be a thing right now. Yeah, testing some other things out today. Awesome. So what we are looking for. There we go. Go live. Yay. Hopefully that's going to work for all of you lovely people today. Because I heard from some of you poor people last week. You're like, hello, is anybody there? Is anybody there? And from what I understand, it was a bit of a kerfuffle. I couldn't pick up my phone and get all of the calls that I was getting while you poor people were trying to connect. And so I just kept on doing it, thinking I was live. Wasn't live. Had to upload after. So if you did miss last week's episode, please do go and check it out. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a quick recap right now. Until then, grab your pencils, grab your ink, grab your eraser, grab your bit of paper, or grab a separate stylus and get your little Wacoms and your little Apple iPads out, because we're going to be drawing some cartooning. All right? All right, let's do this. Enough with the chatting jibber jabber. Here's a little something we drew last week. You might not have done it because you thought that I was coming in live, but like I said, go back. You'll be able to draw a pumpkin. Look at this. It's got flames in its eyes and it's a bit scary. Now, we are going to continue the Halloween theme as well today. Why? Because currently it's looking pretty dark and stormy in Sydney. It's getting darker as we go. So check out, you might have been around for this one too. Another thing that we drew last week is another scary one. It's another Halloween one. Let me just show you now. Wait a second. Oh, look at that. Scary. We learned how to draw a skull, and then we learned how to draw crossbones, and we put it on this awesome grave. Neaterino, huh? Hope that's not going to give you too many nightmares, kitty winks. Now, let me just, I don't know if you can see the whole thing. I might bump it up a little bit on the screen. There we go. Hopefully you can see that a bit better now. Okay, so today we are going to continue this Halloween theme, because October is one of my favorite months, because I think that Halloween is just flippin' awesome. All right, like I've said in the past, any holiday, or it's not even a holiday, but any little celebration where you get to dress up as something scary or something cool, maybe your favorite superhero, it's got my 100% vote of confidence. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do today is, I reckon we've learned how to draw a scully, we've learned how to draw a crossbonesy, we've learned how to draw a pumpkin. So I think what we might do is now we are going to click through here, blip, and we're going to, should we start with a ghost or a zombie? I reckon let's start, we'll start with a simple one, right? Because the ghost, the coolest thing about the ghost is super simple. So then, as I always encourage you to do, you can come up with your own variations on it, because you are all going to be much better artists than me, I'm sure. I'm a bit wonky, not the greatest. I just know how to blag it. So we would draw something basic, and you can draw along with me. But as I always tell you, if you want to go ahead and start drawing heaps better stuff than me, go and do that. Start adding your own things, zap ahead of me. Or even if you're just doing your washing up, feel free to just have me keep you company for the duration of that. I've been told by several people that they just like to have me yapping in the background. So I always start with this light color, so that we're going to be doing what we call our construction lines. So if you've got your pencil, do it nice and light, and you're going to be able to rub this out later. Now, let's continue. Let's have a sort of spooky thing at the beginning. So I'm going to draw some eyes like that. And, in Mario, the ghosts kind of have mouths like that, hey? They look kind of, they're like smiley mouths, but it's almost like they've got teeth like that. But then what they do is, to make it not look like it's actually really going to hurt you when it bites, they've got it kind of looking like that. So with, you know what? Let's actually do that right now. We'll just make it a Mario ghost. So you got your circle, got two eyes, and give your ghost a little, I think they got like is it a single tail? I don't know. I didn't bring reference material today. I'm so disorganized. But it's got a tail and two little hands, right? And that, I believe, is the ghost that they call Boo Diddly, maybe? So what I would then do now, I swear there's like lightning striking everywhere. If I happen to go offline, call an ambulance because I might have been blown up. If you don't hear that thunder, it's getting closer. It was a dark and stormy night. Cool. So, oh! I think I have to turn this webcam around in a minute if this gets any closer. There's crazy lightning going on. Can you hear that? Can you actually hear that? This is going to get a bit scary. I might have to unplug my computer from the mains in the wall, so it doesn't fry my life's work. That's getting closer. That's getting a lot closer. I hope none of you are afraid of thunder and lightning because there's a bit of it happening at the moment. Check it out. We did just draw. Oh, there you get it. What's roadblocks? What's that doing there? All right, look, I'll tell you what. Fine. We'll draw some roadblocks in a little bit just for you lovely people. But for now, what we'll do is let's just do another quick version of this ghost. All right? And you can make it your own. In fact, you know what? Don't listen to me. Make this ghost your own. We've already started drawing this one. Customize it. You're a better artist than me. I tell you this every week. First of all, just make it look like it's hovering above the ground. We know that because there's a shadow under it, right? If it was sitting on the ground, it'll look like this. There'd be a shadow, and it looks like, you know, it's sitting on the ground next to some, like, Halloween lollies. I'm not calling it candy. Halloween lollies and gum wrappers, right? Looks like it's a fat ghost, and it's just sitting on the ground. Urgh, I ate too much. Urgh, I ate too much candy. Lollies. I ate too much lollies. However, we're not doing that. Our ghost is latey and flatey, so draw the shadow about, I don't know, a bit under it. Da, 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 da. There you go. Suddenly your ghost is floating in the air. Now, cool thing to do is customize your drawing, people. You already know this. So, tell me a bit about how your ghost died. Because ghost dead, isn't it? So, did your ghost die because it got hit in the head with, a fidget spinner? Or something like that? Is that even how? I think our fidget spinner's not really got things on the correct side of it at the moment. Got cracked in the head by a fidget spinner? Nah. Actually, that looked like a key. You can draw a better fidget spinner than me. Did your ghost die because maybe it got chopped in half? Right? And then what we can do, look at this, is if we do that and erase a line there, you can kind of like, look at that. Sorry, might get a bit gory today. Blep. Ugh, looks like somebody sliced my ghost in half. How did I do that, you ask? How did I do that? Oh, so glad you asked. Look, I went like this. If you would like to draw something that's been chopped in half, here, look. You can just lightly draw it. Draw a bit of a round thing like that. Okay? And what you then do is, look, this has become half of whatever object you are trying to draw right now. You don't believe me? Look. If I go over that there, if it was half a watermelon or half a something, and what you do is just do the same thing again on the other side, but you can vary how the distance into which you broke something. No, I wouldn't like to unlock it. Thanks for asking. You can vary the distance, right? So look, if this thing here is going to fall off the other side, that lightning is getting closer. You can just draw pretty much a mirror version of it on the other side. Look, so your orange or your watermelon or something like that. If any of you play Fruit Ninja, right? Look, that's my cute little melon right there. And again, this is just a demo. Like, am I getting this perfect? No, don't care. Am I teaching you something? Yep, that's the important thing here. So draw as rough as me. Give yourself permission to make it scratchy and scribbly. Just focus on learning stuff in my class, please. Don't focus on getting it looking perfect, because you can do that for the next 17 hours when you color every single little scale on a fish or every little single scab on a zombie. Look, something like that, right? And so using that same, I'm just going to ignore the lightning. It's not happening. It's far, far away from me. It's far, far away from me. It's far, far away from me. It's here. So let's go and decorate our ghosty. All right. I've decided to chop my ghost in half. What have you decided to do with your ghost? Doesn't even need to be hints about how your little ghosty died if you don't want it to be, right? You could simply do something like, you could simply say, you know what? I want mine to be a pirate ghost, all right? So that one, I'm actually going to turn into an eye patch. I'm going to give him a little pirate sword. Now, you don't have to do this, but you can. You can copy me. I don't mind. And you know what? Go for the details, as I always say. Look, I'm going to like put some little nicks and chips and cuts in the sword. Make it look more interesting. Is this a cheapo sword? Nah, mine's expensive. It has a little like jewel in the bottom, and it might have some, might have some like little crystals and things in it. And I'm not sure, have I taught you people how to draw like really cool eyes? I'm not sure if I have or not. Let me know in the comments section. And if you want to draw like awesome manga style eyes, I'll teach you one lesson, but I can't remember. I've only done five lessons so far. I should be able to know if I taught you that one yet or not, but I haven't. So, cool. I'm going to color the blade. Nah, it's not looking like a real blade right there. There we go. And I'll give it a brown handle. Again, give it some details, right? Look, that handle looks okay, but let's have some deets, G-Man. This one is like it's like the handle's been wrapped up. It's like sort of wrapped up, kind of a bit like a mummy or something. Doesn't that look cooler? And then I'm going to start to reuse some colors here as well. So, cool. Let's give it a red eye. Let's make it a scary ghost. Too scary? Maybe. Maybe there's some little kids here. Nah, let's actually make it a bit cuter because it's already looking pretty scary. You know what? We'll give it that red mouth because I think they're like that in Mario. And then we'll make it look, you make it look a bit less scary because now it kind of looks like, even if it had that patch up, could be cross-eyed, could be cute little ghosty. I think I'm almost done with this one. What about you? Have we taken our ghost as far as we can take it? I might just color mine up a little bit. Reusing some colors as I have taught you. You know what? Let's see what happens if I make that red. I don't hate it. Might keep it. Too lazy to change it. We might even make that the same color. That's looking good. That's okay. It's a blue ghost. And if you would like to draw a tongue to make it look a bit more cartoony, you can just do sort of the top of a love heart kind of thing. It looks okay like that. Yeah, you know, that's cartoony. But look, just make it overlap. If you make it overlap, now I'm going to show you that it's darker inside by just, look at that, looking darker already. And if there are any of you still playing Among Us out there, this one goes out to you. Would make it like when they get chopped in half, the little crewmate, just put like a bone there, you know? Look, there you go. That sort of tells you that there's like a bone sticking out. BT dubs, if you people don't know, I did an Among Us song and it went viral on TikTok. Go check it out. Now, you'll go to my TikTok account, which is UshTV, and I'm sure you're going to go, that didn't go viral. There's only like 13,000 views. Well, let me tell you a little story. When I made this Among Us song, I put it on my YouTube. And what happened? Somebody took it off my YouTube and they put it on their TikTok account. And it went viral on their account. See? And on that account, I think it's got like 160,000 views or something like that. But yeah, little word to the wise. Put something out on all of your platforms or someone will rip it off and use your work to get famous. So what happened was, I don't know if any of you know, when I did that This Is Teddy song, which is currently on 1.2 million views on TikTok, that one I put out on TikTok first. And so nobody was able to rip me off, which I much preferred. Cool. That's good enough. Look, we drew a little blue ghost. That's the basic beginner's one. Come on, people. Let's get a bit more creative with it now. All right, because I know that a lot of you are older kids and you like to draw more complex stuff. A lot of you are sort of into your manga and stuff like that. And so what we do is I sort of start off with simple stuff and then we'll get a bit more detailed, complex with it. Okay. Look, that being said, let's just use these silly little Roblox characters as a template, okay? We'll just stick them underneath me in case we use them. Right, we don't have to use them, I promise. If you're older kids and you're like, Roblox is dumb, well, don't worry. It's just there for the little kids to look at. And big kids, I don't mind if you use that as reference material. We won't tell anyone. Okay, let's draw some stuff. What are we going to draw? I think zombies are cool. I would like to draw zombies now, which means that if you don't want to draw zombies, well, do something else. Let's start off. Okay, basic head shape, something like this. And I've already painted myself into a corner. I'm not going to be able to draw the body, so you know what? Like last week, let's just do our zombie coming out of the ground. Okay, so again, I'm starting off super rough. All right, so you can be drawing anywhere on your paper like this. And what happens is a zombie, much like our ghost, we like to know a bit more about them from their former life. All right, look, I'm going to do my zombie coming out of the ground. I'm doing this really rough. So I imagine when you dig your way up out of a grave, it kind of like, it's a bit difficult to get up out of there. So let's put sort of a hand there. So it's like, yeah, it's helping it push up out of the ground. And you know what? Let's actually, when you push against something, you get, oh, hang on. Can you even see me? Look here, I'll help you. When you push your way up out of the ground, look, you'd go, and your shoulder would get up really high there, okay? So let's do our zombie looking a bit like that, okay? So if its shoulder's there and it's sort of like pushing, doesn't that look like it's sort of, getting its way up out of there? And I can even have it, have that shoulder or have the shoulder down. Either other, right? Look, this is good enough. This is all we use construction lines for, is to make a really rough one, okay? So that's as simple as that. You don't have to draw construction lines along with me, or if you are, that's as simple as you need it, really. Come on, let's draw some details together. Okay, let's start with our face, and then that's gonna sort of dictate to us what this zombie was like in life. Now here's a little something. Look, we've got some Roblox. Now, which character? I'm not going to draw it as a Roblox character. All right, cool. Let's do... You know what? That guy's kind of annoying me. I'm just going to... Hang on a sec. Check this out. I'm going to use my old powers, and I'm going to create a quick little mask around old mate here. Boom. Right. You've been selected to turn into a zombie. Right. This guy looks like he thinks he's too cool for school. You know what? You're dead, sunshine. You're zombified. Let's go. Now we are going to zombify our little person. You don't have to make it look like a Roblox creature. Don't worry, right? We're just going to bite this guy's style. So, in life, this guy wore a hat. And so, did you see how I did that? Look, if you do that, it's kind of like, that is how they draw a bunch of ducks' mouths in, like, you know, if it's like Donald or Daffy or, you know, any old thing like that. Oh, hang on, wait, that's supposed to be an eye, not his own entire head. There, look. And Daffy's got like a lisp, so he's always got his tongue out, or if they've got their mouth open or whatever. See that? That is also how you can draw a hat. Draw a duck's beak on his head. The rest of the head's going to be there. Boom! You've drawn the most awesome hat. Need to see that again? Well, rewind it, because I'm not doing it again. Just go and watch the YouTube once it's not live, okay? He's got a hat. Or she's got a hat. You can make it... I'm going to give some sort of angry eyebrows. It's sort of a bit annoyed. And I'm going to do some eyes here. And you know what? Just so that you lovely people, you know, can see a bit better, what I might do is just make this color a little bit lighter so it doesn't annoy the heck out of you. Now let me know, can you still see this on your YouTube screens? I hope so, because that's how dark it's going to be. Cool. Okay. Now zombies are pretty dumb because they're dead. Their brains aren't working. So its eyes, look, watch this. Cute zombie. But if you want kind of like scary dumb zombie, make its eyes go like Homer Simpson when he's on the couch. Make them like look opposite directions. And I'm even going to get rid of its nose. Look. And their mouths are usually open because they're hungry and also like, I have no brains. I need somebody else's brains. Okay, cool. There, it's a zombie suddenly already. But here's another thing I love to chuck up on my zombies just to, you know, totally tell you that they're dead. Put stitches in them. And don't make your stitches go crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. No, that's like your Auntie Norma would draw. You are cool people. You draw stitches, draw two in there, make their sizes a bit bigger and smaller than each other. Look, and you can even have... can you guys see that? Yeah. Let's go. I'm going up into my logo right now. My apologies. Here, hang on. Bear with me. Bring it down here where you can see it. Stitches, also, you can have them like pulling apart and stuff. Look, watch this. Oh, that stitch wasn't stitched very well. And now look, you can totally see some stuff underneath it. Ew. See? So do that on your zombie, but only if you want to. Don't listen to me if you don't want to. What do I know? I'm just the drawing guy. Cool. And here we go. Our zombie also has some of its clothes ripped. Ooh, scary. Okay? Look, its clothes have been ripped apart. That can tell you more things about it. Maybe this zombie got like stuck in a fence, or maybe it was trying to get away from other zombies when it was still a human, and its clothes are now ripped. Look, and draw. Actually, see this? I should draw grass overlapping the fingers. So I will. Look, if you draw a bit of grass, now it doesn't look like the hand's floating. It looks like the hand is in amongst the grass. And it's like trying to grip its way out. Something like that. That is not the best hand I've ever drawn. You know what? I would say don't care usually, but I can't do something terrible and just let it sit. I can do something slightly lazy and be okay with it. But look, I'm going to make this zombie's hands, right, are going to be spreading out, because then it's not, if you're trying to grab your way out of something, right? You aren't really going to go, let me out of the ground. Let me out of the ground. You're going to be like, your fingers are going to be apart. You're going to be clawing your way out of the ground. So it's not going to look like that. Ooh, it's going to look like that. See? Use yourself as reference material, people. If you don't have actual reference material, just look at your hand. Or if you want to pull a zombie face, look in the mirror. Don't be afraid to do that. And I am also going to maybe I'll make some scratch marks in the ground. So it's like, it's some dirty nails. Yes! And some details. Look, those wrinkly things, what are they called? On the back of your fingers where your fingers bend. That always looks cool. Now, making our zombie, there's its back. The ground can go down a bit lower, I think, on this one. And it can be just grass, but look, let's get some dirt coming out as well. All right. Hey, guess what? I didn't get struck by lightning. Don't jinx it, Gav. Cool. So look, there's bits of dirt coming out of the ground. Now I can do this other arm. And you know what? See this bit here? Do you remember where I just made the clothes ripped? Oh, and have a look at that. You can make that 3D. See that? 2D, do the bit behind, 3D. Do the bit behind, 3D, right? You can do the same, look, 3D, sleeve. You can do the same, and I hope no little kids are going to get scared, but look, with its arm. Oh, yes! Like we talked about Among Us before, look, this zombie is actually, it can either be missing an arm. See that? Oh, gross. And I don't want to get too scary with it. So you know what? This zombie, maybe we can just do it as a green color. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't you know, Gav's drawn on his construction line layer again. Hang on. Copy, delete, paste. That never gets old, that one, does it? Sigh. Let me just clean this up. For 1 second, I'll be with you. Hang on. I've just got to grab these things because I want to keep these on all the same layer, okay? And that's because, I mean, it doesn't matter so much if you're just drawing on pencil and paper. But if you're doing it like on an iPad or something, you kind of want to keep things on their separate levels so that if you want to color them later, you can just point and click, okay? Now look, here's our zombie. You can make its shirt raggedy. Do we want to keep that bone? Why not? You know, you could have like a skeleton hand, or you could have your other hands just, you know, going out there looking like that. You know what? You can even just leave that there. Look, this is its other hand. It was trying to get its way, you know, tell a story. It was trying to get its way out of the ground, and it pulled so hard that its arm came off. Yes. We love a story here at Ush TV. Now, also what we're going to do, look, check it out. Watch this. Can you guess what I'm going to do? I want a prime rack of ribs, please. Yeah, we can see bones through the zombie's flippin' shirt. And you know what? Just because I've done that, look, we can also see bones through there too. Oh, ho, ho. Cool. You know, and you can give it, if you want it to look a bit disheveled, give it some hair. You know. I reckon that's good enough for now. Now, you might have chosen, look, we can make that one invisible. See? You might have chosen to make your zombie a different type of character, right? So, what I would like you to do is go away and have a think of all the different types of zombies you can draw them. But don't just have a think, actually draw them. What would happen if, for example, a clown got bitten by a zombie and you made like a zombie clown? What would happen, for example, if a scuba diver got bitten by a zombie? What would happen if, I don't know, anything at all? You can totally, it's unlimited. What would happen if, I don't know, Gladys Berejiklian got bitten by a zombie? She'd be doing like zombie feeds, live news feeds every day, but they'd be like feeds. She'd be like, the zombies in New South Wales have now spread, and if you're not been vaccinated against zombie-itis, I highly recommend you do, because otherwise you're not going to have a very good time. Look, I'm just talking off the top of my head. Come on, rattle them off. Write in the comments. Give me some zombies. Draw some zombies. Send them into hello@UshTV, and I might feature them on next week's episode. Look, this has pretty much been half an hour now, so I'm going to wind this up right here. Look, put something on the hat. Did this zombie used to work at, maybe, look, used to work at the drive-thru or something like that. And now it just goes, someone said, what? I can't hear you through the speaker box. And it just goes, and you go, oh yeah, I would like to upsize. Again, make this thing however you want. I've explained to you before how I like to reuse my colors, so that your work doesn't just look like a pizza. Can you see this? I'm using the same colors for the bones and for the teeth and for the eyes, etc., etc., etc. Now I'm going to wind this up in about 2 minutes. I am just going to finish drawing some, some stuff, and then I'll like I always do, I'll add a bit of shade, because I think that that always looks much better. We'll put where's the grass finish? It can be like there. We can put some grass there. Now let's see. There's some grass there. That'll work. And I might get that color, that red, and just sort of do a little bit of a variation on it, right? So it doesn't look too weird, like if I drew purple dirt or something like that. Look, there's some dirt clods falling off our zombie, right? What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you there is movement in our picture. Why, I hear you ask? Because if dirt falls, it's not exactly going to hover in the air, is it? No, it's falling, which tells me that any time you have an object that's like in the air, it's actually moving. Unless, for you smart Alex out there, yes, unless there was a balloon and it had been deflating for exactly 2.5 days and was just hovering in the air because it had just the right amount of helium and there was no wind at all in the room, then it'd stay still. I know, I can hear you guys. You love paying out on me. That's what I miss so much about working at Ush's every afternoon. Kids who know it all, and they go, hey, G, man, you know why you're wrong? I'm like, tell me why I'm wrong. And you know what? They do. Every time. But that's cool. I actually secretly really like that, because it means that you're thinking. If you prove a grown-up wrong, well, you're not always just being a smart aleck, are you? Even though they might feel a bit, insecure because a kid just showed them up that they were wrong. Own it. Just be like, you know what? I thought about that, and I thought that I would tell you what was on my mind. Speak up. Don't be rude, but feel free to tell somebody your thoughts. Okay, last bit. Here we go. My favourite bit, because it proves that we know what we're doing. Even if we don't. We are doing a bit of shading. Look. And why? Oh, hang on. Usually I do the light source from up here. Let's do it different today, so the shadows go the opposite direction. Do you know why? Because have you ever gone camping and shone your torch from up under your face, and you jump out at someone and go, like that? The light coming up under actually makes it look kind of really dramatic, let's say. Oh, one more thing. Stick bags under your eyes. Bags under your zombie's eyes. Always. Always, always, always. Now, let's have a look. If we do the shading the opposite, is it going to make a difference today? So usually, this time the light source is down here, okay? So, I'm really challenging myself. I hardly ever do light source from down here. Let's just see how it looks, okay? And we'll see if it looks dramatic, as I hope it might. So instead of light source under the fingers, we're doing it on top of the fingers. Instead of the light source under there, we are doing it on top of everything, so it can sit on top of the hat, right? Instead of a light source under the arm, we do it on top of the arm, which means that we would do it also on top of the body. It's a bit of a challenge thinking about this. And you know what? Cheat it, really. Just cheat it. Because nobody is going to spend as long looking at your picture as you have drawing it. They'll take a minute's glance at it, or, they might put it on the fridge or something, but if you spent like 20 minutes drawing this, they're not going to be like, look at this picture. I'm still looking. It's only been 15 minutes. They'll take a look at it and they will think that you're awesome, and they won't know that you didn't put everything in the right place. So just relax. Enjoy your drawing. Don't judge yourself, and you will get better with time. I promise. Cool beans. I think that's just about right. Last but not least, I'm going to just chuck on a highlight layer as well, so that we totally know that our zombie's getting lit from underneath, just in case there was any doubt about it. So I'm just going to go put my highlights opposite to anywhere that there's, that there's darkness. So I'll put, under there. I'll put it on there, I guess. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just sort of learning on the go as well. Cool beans. I think that this is looking just about good enough. Last but not least, what I might do is I'll just grab this layer here and I will finish it off, making a nice completed picture by doing by doing something like this. No? Oh yeah. It would help if I put it on the correct layer. Again, don't worry. Here I come. Here I go. There. It'll look good. Trust me. Hold on to your togs. It's going to look better. See? Suddenly the zombie is like it's nighttime or something like that. You don't even have to go that. You can go really dark green. It's like in the forest or something. Check it out. Purple. Yeah, you know what? Purple's good. This zombie is hanging out at night and there's stars behind it or fireflies. And all of a sudden you've got yourself a cool little zombie picture, if you can be bothered doing all of this. But if not, just do your ink work, line work. Cool beans. I reckon that is a good enough zombie picture for us today. Like I said, what type of zombie are you going to draw once I finish off this class, right? Just because I finish off YouTube class doesn't mean that you get to run away and go, cool, I'm going to eat some snacks and go watch TV. Draw some other stuff. Send it in to me. Let me see what you have been drawing, you lovely people. Because there are 10 million types of things. Race car zombie, space zombie. Oh, what happens if, your zombie got bitten when it was out in space? What would happen if your zombie, just, a million types of jobs out there. Cool beans. So what I might do now is check this out. I have a little outro that I'm going to show you right now that I have. And until next time, I will catch you next Thursday at 4:30 But look at this. Keep drawing, everybody. Don't put your pencil down yet. And bye, 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 bye. Cool. See ya.